Enlisted is a squad-based first-person shooter game that revolves around major World War II battles on the eastern and western fronts. Players control squads with up to 9 fully unique, customizable soldiers. These soldiers have their own classes, ranging from basic infantry to a more advanced flame trooper. Whatever soldiers you are not using currently will actively follow you around and do whatever you command them to do. In other first-person shooters, when you die, you have a 10-second run from your spawn to get back to fighting people, only to be killed by someone camping in a corner. In Enlisted, death for you is not the end. At a moment's notice, you are able to actively switch to your next available soldier. This hands down is what makes Enlisted different from other massive multiplayer games. This feature is what makes the game as good as it is. Combined with its engaging, action-packed game modes, Enlisted is raising the gold standard of what early access should be. Nothing in the game is unfinished, and bugs are very rare considering it's in beta. Are there flaws to the overall gameplay? Yes. But don't let that distract you from the overall experience. By far, the best game mode is Assault. As an attacker, you must push back the enemy forces and seize control of multiple points in an expanding map. Assault games usually press on for 20 to 30 minutes, and it really lets you rack up your kills. You don't get that kind of action and domination, especially if you lose within 10 minutes. Now, this wouldn't be a World War II game without the invasion of Normandy. Enlisted gets it right, and it makes it an absolute hell to get up to the bunker to capture the objective. This gives the game a Dark Souls-like sense of accomplishment when you finally manage to capture the first point. It's not very complicated either. The hardest part is figuring out which type of soldier to use for what area and which Nazi to shoot first. Now, in other first-person shooters, it's not uncommon to get spit roasted by the enemy team, whether it's the other team that is sweating extremely hard or your team is full of brain-dead idiots. You both know it's never your own fault when you lose. In Enlisted, it's actually rare that you get into a match when one side steamrolls the other. In this particular match, my friend and I were storming the beaches, with our respawns getting dangerously low on the first point. We finally managed to capture it. You will notice whenever we capture a point, a few hundred lives are restocked to let the attackers push on forward. Even with this boost, our chances of winning were slim to none. We managed to almost capture the next point, but were slowly picked off by enemies respawning and coming back down the hill. It wasn't until Delta Runner sacrificed himself and cleaned out multiple enemies. This gave us the chance we needed to secure the objective. With just about 100 lives left, we managed to capture the zone. And let me just say, watching people slam their plane into the earth is probably one of the best parts about this game. Now, we had to push up a hill to secure the next zone. Meanwhile, the enemies already have control over every vantage point and have nothing better to do than look downward and slaughter us. I grew tired of a head-on approach and decided the only way to win was to run away from the objective and snipe the enemies coming down to defend the capture zone. As our respawns hit 0, I knew it was my job to keep the remaining players alive. We managed to secure the next zone, and I immediately run for the hills to continue sniping. The enemy soon catches on to what I've been doing and takes his spot from me. As our respawns yet again hit 0, I had a simple choice: push at the objective and secure it with my team, or kill the rat bastard that just killed me. As you can see, he's clearly got a better gaming chair. Anyway, this time I knew a side approach wouldn't cut it. I made the executive decision to run straight into the zone with no regard for human life. As I held the enemies from coming into the zone and gave my team time to move up with me, I died to some rat laying on the floor. If I would have died any second sooner, we most likely would have lost. It's games like this that make Assault the best game mode available by such a large margin that I feel like the devs only put effort into that. Domination ends way too fast. The maps have a chance to be one-sided as the points aren't easily accessible to both sides, and there's not nearly as much dopamine flowing when I work hard to secure a point only to be rushed by 40 enemies that just respawned. This is a rare case of early access mastery. When Darkflow Software released this open beta, they knew it was in a state where they would be happy with it. In a time where early access games are getting overhyped, this title actually deserves the recognition. It looks good, it performs good, and it's easy to pick up and put down. This game doesn't reward time over effort. You don't need to play 8 hours a day to compete with others. You can jump on at any time of the day and still have fun no matter what. If you haven't already tried it, I highly recommend you do. There's literally no reason to not play it. It's free. Download it now. Right now. What the fuck are you still doing here? Go download it.